Hello, hello. This is week 22 in Intuitive Momentum Fitness, and I'm excited about the topic today because it's something I'm still learning to practice, and that is play. Learning to play again and allowing yourself to play. Because if you've been in, hey Ari, glad you're here. If you've been in survival mode, if you've experienced trauma, then play is like not even on the radar. Having fun is not even on the radar. Hey Brianna, glad you're here. And so it's something that's so easy to miss out on, and it has so many benefits for every area of life, and it's actually a soothing and healing thing to experience, and it calms the nervous system. Hey Jan, good to see you. So learning to play again is actually a challenging thing. Not only first because it's like not even on the radar, but secondly, like you have to feel safe enough to allow yourself to play. If you've experienced trauma, if you have been in survival mode for a long time, and those ways of being have become just so habitual that you just don't even think of play, and you don't feel safe enough to let your guard down and allow yourself to play. And then even the things that are supposed to be play can become intense and work. And so it's challenging. So yeah, one of the things I was thinking of is because it is like not even on the radar at first, it's almost like it has to become one of your assignments or one of your chores or one of your disciplines, which is super weird, to actually make that a part of your life. And then after it becomes a part of your life, then you can kind of settle into the joyful, relaxing, playful aspect that is supposed to be. In survival mode, like everything has to have a reason. Everything needs a purpose, and you have to do things with perfection and to its ultimate potential in order to be worthy, because you're always fighting to be worthy. You're always trying to be worthy. And that's obviously not the truth of life, but it's the space that we get into when things are stressful and we've experienced trauma. And so it's like the hierarchy of needs. If you have to prioritize the important things, and you just don't have the time or the space for energy, or for energy for things that are playful and fun and like not super important. And yet we need that. Yeah, and I mentioned earlier that like with the game of pickleball, it's supposed to be a game, but people can get so intense, and it's almost like, and being an empath, I can feel the intensity, and I can feel like this is so important for them. They have to win because it's like their identity and their self-worth is riding on the fact that they are winners, not losers. And even thinking in those terms is counterproductive. But they get intense, and yet I was just thinking before I jumped on about how I've seen videos of like lion cubs or tiger cubs that are like play fighting with each other or with their parents, like the lion cub that's like jumping on its dad and, you know, tangled in its hair and slapping its face and stuff like that. And it's so funny to think that, this cute little cub that is playing around and, doesn't always have its own balance and is like jumping on other cubs and rolling around and losing its balance and stuff, is going to become a fierce, terrifying predator. And the only thing that this cub does to train to become this fierce predator, this hunter, this fighter, is play. And play is enough training. It doesn't actually get more intense than that. And so, like, what if we were to just play at whatever it is that we wanted to eventually become really good at, and just goof around and be silly and, do it as long as we wanted to and then stop doing it. It's possible that you may not have, the same for most of us, you may not have allowed yourself to play starting when you were a kid. And so what would that look like? And what would your inner child do if she could do anything and play and relax in a certain way? If, like, you knew that you had the entire day where no one had any expectations of you, and there was nothing you had to get done, and you didn't have to be responsible or productive in any particular way. You got to do whatever you felt like doing. What would those things be?